Hi there, my name is Laura and welcome to another video. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to show you 5 ways that you can improve your equitation starting right now. If you'd like to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, or generally like other horsey related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. I want to take a minute here to thank Olivia for sending in this lovely photograph. See how nicely it shows her position. Thanks so much, Olivia. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions or you want to get involved, send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. You can send me a photograph too. Head up. Head up, as far as showing goes and judging goes, is one of the first things that the judge really notices. And the judge, when the judge looks around at everybody, the judge will notice if the peak of your hat is down and the peak of your cap, your riding helmet, is pointed downwards. That means you're not looking up, and looking up is really important. Looking up is really important because of 1, you need to see where you're going. 2, it helps balance your head on the rest of your body. Your head weighs 10 pounds or something, so when you look down, it pulls your whole body forward and pulls your body out of alignment. Keeping your head up keeps your head on top of your spine, so it keeps you in alignment. You can see here that she's looking up. An easy way to keep your head up is looking where you're going and looking at something that's outside of the area that you're working in. For example, in this picture here, you can see that these people are focused on that big tree that's at the end of the line here. So focus on something that's outside your immediate area. It might be something at the in gate if you're at a horse show, or somebody in the stands. Focus on them, or a tree, or a parked car, or something that's outside your area that you're working in. And it's also important to keep your eyes up and your head up because it helps to keep your back flat. And this rider here, you can see that she's got her back, it's nice and flat. Beautiful job. Number 2, keeping your heels down. Keeping your heels down is really important because that is what's keeping you in the saddle. It's not gripping with your knees. It's balance and keeping the weight down into your heels. You can see that here that this rider does have her heels down. Excellent work keeping your heels down. But you can see also that she's twisted her ankle. She has her ankle flexed, but her toes are turned out, and it's getting the back of her leg onto the horse rather than the inside part of her leg. Ruins your picture of your riding a little bit. Great that you got your heels down, but keep your feet parallel to the horse a little bit more, not so much turned out. And I think one reason this is happening is because you are pinching with your knees. To help you with this, consider doing these exercises right here. There's a link to some exercises there for you. That'll help get your leg in the correct position. Number 3, and this is kind of related to number 2 with your heels, it's pinching with your knee. And if you're pinching with your knee, what happens is your knees are pinched against the saddle. That makes your calves come away from the saddle, and to get your horse to move forward, you have to turn your toe out and get your leg on the horse to get the horse to move forward, which I think is what's happening here. And because you're pinching with your knee, your lower leg is away from the horse's side, and to get your horse to move forward, you have to turn your toe out and get your heel against the horse, and that's kind of your vicious circle happening. So to help this, relax your knee, let the weight come down into your stirrup with the foot more parallel to the horse, less turned out, so your whole leg is on the horse rather than just pinching with your knees and having to get your heels on. Pinching with the knees makes your knee act like a fulcrum or a pivot point. So if you tip forward, your lower leg swings back because it's not on the horse. Or if your leg swings forward, your body goes back because your leg isn't on the horse. To help stop pinching with your knees, practice your 2-point position. That all really helps get the weight down into your foot and your whole leg around the horse rather than just pinching with your knee. Number 4, the judge likes to see straight line, shoulder, knee, toe when you're in your 2-point position. That's the way that you can tell if you're in balance with your horse. If there's no straight line, then you're not in balance, and if we took that horse out from underneath you, you just tip forward or tip backward. There's another straight line in your body too. Straight line elbow hand horse's mouth. You can see here that this rider has a straight line elbow to the hand, and then the line is broken from their hand to the horse's mouth. And it's not a big deal. This broken line just detracts it catches your eye, like there's something going on there, not quite sure what it is, but it's a line that's not smooth. We want to see a smooth line. So if your hands are up too high, that's another error, or if your hands are down too low, that's another error. So we would like to see a straight line elbow hand horse's mouth. And maybe you have to ride with your hands down a little lower just to keep your hands steady on the horse's neck, though that's fine too. And the last one, finally, number 5, like to see your seat over the middle of the saddle. And you can see this rider does have her seat over the middle of the saddle. It's great. Sometimes you see riders when they're in their 2-point position have their seat too far over top of the cantle of the saddle, and that's wrong. That just means that you are getting too far ahead of the horse. You want your seat in the seat of the saddle. That's why it's called the seat, right? It helps keep you in balance and put you in the correct position. Now remember, it's just not about watching videos. You have to take this information and go and practice it, and I'd like to hear from you about how you're practicing and how many times a week that you kind of practice your riding and really think about what it is that you're doing with your horse and what it is you're doing with your position. Your horse will love you for it. Generally speaking, today in this picture, this rider is in really good balance with her horse. I really like that she braided the mane and attempted to braid the tail. If you're braiding the tail, it should go down a little bit further, but that's a really cute tail. And I'm very interested, again, we see a hunter rider using a large square pad. Usually in the hunter division, you use a shaped saddle pad, a saddle pad that's shaped the same shape as the saddle, and wear your number on your back. This usually is for dressage. A large square pad is for dressage or for the jumper ring. So use a shaped saddle pad. This rider today needs to show more relaxation through her shoulders. She looks like she's holding her breath and really stiff through her back. Just kind of keep breathing, relax, and let the weight come down into your heels and into your thighs, into your calves, and into your heels equally. Right now it looks like to me that she's pinching with her knees and very tense through her body, kind of mechanical. And remember, when you go to a horse show, it's not really about the ribbons. It's about the accomplishments that you achieve along the way. So you may be riding better today, but there may be somebody better than you on that day as well. So remember, it's about the accomplishments that you've achieved along the way, not so much the ribbons. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. My name is Laura from ThistleRidgeStables.com. Thanks now, bye. And Equestrian Skill Builders on Facebook. Look me up. Ask me a question.